Welcome to 1 Minute Wins with Dr. Dana Martin, the podcast where intentional growth meets practical leadership. One quote, one lesson, one action to help you lead yourself and others better. Let's jump in. Welcome back to 1 Minute Wins. I am Dr. Dana Martin, and today we're going to be talking about something I've wrestled with personally, and I know you probably have too. It's that tension between purpose and pressure. Every leader, every parent, every individual faces moments where the pressure is screaming. You've got deadlines, demands, there's another crisis, and purpose gets drowned out. The question is, which voice day to day wins? And ultimately, which voice wins your life? JFK once said, efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction. Efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction. And think about that for a sec, because what he's saying is that effort alone is not enough. You can work tirelessly, you can show up early, you can stay late, you can grind harder than anyone else, but without purpose, all that energy becomes scattered. Pressure will always push you towards the urgent, but purpose keeps you aligned with the important. I'm going to say that again. Pressure will always push you towards the urgent, but purpose keeps you aligned with the important. So here's the breakdown, right? Purpose, it has to be your compass. Pressure is the storm. The storm creates like a panic around you, and it pushes you to grab whatever's in front of you, to react in survival mode. But your compass, your deeper why, your North Star, it points you towards the steady ground. Purpose doesn't eliminate the pressure. It's always going to be there, but it gives you clarity in the middle of the storm. I worked with a senior leader during a company-wide reorg. Those are always fun. And every day brought new pressure. Staffing shortages, conflicting priorities, conflicting processes, overlapping. People were fearing for their jobs. The pressure was overwhelming. And at first, he reacted to everything, every phone call, every email, every complaint. And guess what? He was exhausted. His team was in shambles, totally disoriented, and nothing felt stable. And one day, when we were talking, I stopped and I just said, ask this question. What is my real purpose here? This reminds me of the Bobs asking in the movie Office Space, what does it just say you do here? No, it's more than that, right? What is my real purpose here? It wasn't to answer every email in 5 minutes. It wasn't to soothe every single conflict personally. His deeper purpose was to establish his team and protect their ability to serve customers. And not just serve them, but serve them well. So once he anchored to that purpose and let that drive his decision-making and prioritization, he could say no to those things that didn't align. He could delegate more intelligently and focus on what truly mattered. The pressure, it didn't disappear, but his leadership became steady because it flowed from purpose. Oof, what about the research, right? Deloitte's 2016 study showed that mission-driven companies had a 30% higher innovation and 40% higher retention rate than companies without a clear sense of purpose. That's insane. Why? Because purpose creates meaning. It creates value in everyone in the organization. It gives people a reason to keep showing up even when there is pressure. I like Simon Sinek's quote too. He says, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Your team, your family, your community, they don't just care what you deliver. They care why you deliver it. Pressure may get people to comply for the moment, for the time being, right? But purpose inspires long-term commitment, loyalty, builds rapport, all the things. It's amazing. Take Viktor Frankl, for example, a Holocaust survivor. He authored the book Man's Search for Meaning. He observed that people who survived the unimaginable pressures of the concentration camps weren't necessarily the strongest physically. They were the ones who had a sense of purpose, a reason to keep living, and a meaning to hold on to. It's that same principle that applies to us when you have a purpose bigger than your pressure. You can endure far more than you think's possible. So how do we live this out? Here's 4 steps in a practical framework. Number 1, pause before you react. When the pressure hits, just stop. 30 seconds. Breathe. Don't let the urgency steal the clarity. Number 2, ask the why question. Why does this matter? How does this connect to my deeper purpose? Number 3, filter the noise. Purpose gives you permission to say no. If it doesn't align with your why, it doesn't earn your energy. And number 4, lead with purpose in public. When people see you choosing purpose over panic, that is a way to be the example, and they will follow that example. So, how do we live this out? 1, pause before you react. 2, ask the why question. 3, filter the noise. Number 4, lead with purpose in public. So let me ask you, what's driving your decisions today? Pressure or purpose? Think about your calendar. Think about the big decisions sitting on your desk. Are you reacting to what's urgent, or are you aligning with what's important? Before your next major decision, define your why. Write it down. Say it out loud. Anchor that choice to purpose, not pressure. Even if the pressure is heavy, let your purpose set the direction. And remember this, pressure will always be a part of your life, but pressure is temporary. Purpose is timeless. Pressure tests you. Purpose transforms you. Thank you for listening today to 1 Minute Wins with Dr. Dana Martin. And for more tools and inspiration, visit dmilm.com and check out the book 1 Minute Wins. Take control of your growth journey 1 minute at a time. Now available on Amazon. And always remember, be the example.